One of the cool things that I got to do while I was taking photos was also start to gather quotes from people. Sometimes the people that were in the photos weren't willing to, you know, give quotes, but I had the opportunity to talk to people who have experienced being unhoused in Hamilton like for years. So I got some cool quotes from them. And so the plan is to share some of those quotes alongside these photos to really like give the human aspect to this experience of living on the streets. Excellent.
So let's talk about this one here.
So this is a woman. The thing that really struck me about her is what I mentioned earlier, is that she was like so obviously recently unhoused. She had all of her stuff with her. You could see like little bits of like name brand things. You could tell basically that this person had not been long for the streets. So those things are always curious to me. I think that a lot of people who are experiencing like a lack of support financially in housing, whatever, always think it's temporary. And then of course can turn into like a longer battle. So it was interesting to talk to this person and feel like the tangible hope and the lack of permanence like, in their perspective about what they were experiencing versus some of the people that I had talked to who have been living on the street for like 10 to 12, 13 years, who are like, this is my life, this is it, you know, like this is where I'm going to be until they find my body kind of thing.
Is this in Burlington, this one?
This one is exactly where Burlington like kind of goes into Hamilton.
Okay.
It's right outside my house, funny enough. That's why I was happy that you chose this one first, because this is one of the first things that I see as I'm going off. There's a bridge that connects Burlington to Hamilton right in this area. And I think that physical barrier is also one of the things that separates like the local people, but doesn't separate people that are unhoused. There's, you know, you'll see people on both sides of the bridge one day to the next, which is something that is really cool.
Question for you. In your experiences interviewing these people, have you noticed a difference? Because you said there's a difference in some of them, it just happened to them, some circumstance, and they're like, oh, it's only temporary. And then some have been doing it for 12, 13 years, and that's just their life now. Can you pinpoint one or a handful of differences in what would cause someone just, you know, to have that mindset like, oh, this is temporary, I'll be back on my feet soon, versus, oh, this is just the way it is now? Like, when does someone cross over from one worldview to the next?
I think that is definitely probably personal based on like each individual story. But I think that for everyone, it's probably part of like the survival instinct. You know, we need to personally justify things to ourselves so we can keep fighting. We can keep, you know, trying to survive, trying to, you know, share and interact with society in whatever way it is that we're doing it at that time. So I definitely know that if I were to ever experience something like this, that like, this is just for tonight would for sure be a mantra that I would have to cling on to in order to get through the night.